We are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're all having a fantastic day. I know that you guys are making tons of money with us up in Bilos. We're going to cover the best plays to be adding. I'm going to cover what my trades have been over the past few days since the last stream. And we're going to be going through the news, breaking news, the chats, everything like that. Drop a crypto up in the chat if you want me to go check it out. All right, I will go give you my analysis of it for sure. I'm wearing my Robinhood hoodie on today because, of course, Robinhood's ecosystem is absolutely skyrocketing so hard. All right, so this is going to be a good stream. We're going to be covering Cashcat. Just hit all-time highs here, looking fantastic. 23 cents, it went up to 25 cents at the peak. 25 cents 24 is the all-time high. You're currently looking at it at 23, looking fantastic. All right, another one that I've been looking at, and we've got a bunch of printed money on this right now, unrealized so far. I have not sold yet. This is something that I'm holding. I got lots of conviction in. I've been telling you guys this about since $6 million market cap. Now it's at 25 mil market cap. So we're up a few X's on it. It's called the index. This thing I think is going to do really good. All right, nice looking website. You can already see their protocol metrics over here. They've collected 711 Ethereum. That is a lot. Okay, that's millions of dollars right there. Holders, there's already 3,200 holders that hold more than 10,000 index. All right, look at that. That's really good. So very nicely distributed, decentralized DApp right here. Their tokenomics are nice. I like this a lot. It's only $24 million of market cap, 981 million total supply. Max supply is 1 billion. All right, I believe there's a burn mechanism happening as well, making this deflationary. You can see I have some conviction in this. All right, I got some conviction in this. 40 grand up in here, 1.6 million index tokens. All right, 1.62 million. That's what it is. I'm up 15% overall on my bags. I printed $5,300 in profit, so I got $35,000 riding on this. I really think this is going to do really good this cycle. So many times last cycle from base, I got into Aerodrome super early. All right, I got into Virtual's protocol very early. We rode these things up. They were part of a new chain. Base's chain was a new chain. Robinhood, now it's their turn. You know, you're seeing all of these really good projects come out of the Robinhood ecosystem now. So we got Index over here, you got Cashcat, and then you have Pawns. Pawns is another one that is doing really good, up 238% on the week. We're printing money up in Bilos, and it's absolutely free. It's free to join us. You can follow all of my trades in real time. Go smash the like on today's stream. Let me know what you guys want me to analyze, do some TA on in the stream with some cryptos in the chat. All right, it's going to be a good one. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well, but you want to turn notifications on when I drop these trade alerts, because if we go look at my trades up in Bilos, all right, actually, this is a really good message right here. Brian, Cashcat and Troll need to go to the moon this run. Fingers crossed. Absolutely. So Cashcat and Troll doing very good today. Troll up 7% on the day. Actually, Troll is up over the month 11%. So you really have not missed this move yet, guys. Troll is about to take off. All right, it's about to take off, but you have a little bit more time right now to go get some. Of course, it's already started to take off when we were buying it. We were buying it at 37, 36, 38 million dollars, but we also bought it at 45 and 48 million dollars. Troll is now at $53 million of market cap. That's at 5 cents, looking very good. 1 billion supply. It's on Coinbase. Volume is looking better and better every single day. 9.10% of its market cap in volume. Troll's website is also really nice. They have lots of, it's like kind of like an island or like I guess it would be a planet. This looks like a planet. You can click on the little things here, and they just have lots of cool stuff. They have a merch store. They have like over 70,000 holders. They're on Coinbase. The volume is ticking upwards every single day. I really like the chart on the 1 month, looking very healthy, following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going up. You can see Bitcoin and Troll. BTC is this dotted white line right here, and Troll has been following it really nice. When BTC started going up, Troll started going up. So you're seeing every single time that Bitcoin these past few days bumped up to 81, then went down to 78, then went down to 77, back up to 79, back up to 80. Troll does that same exact thing. It goes up with Solana as well. Solana has been doing tremendously well, but look at these trades that we've been doing. All right, let's go to over here. All right, let's go check out some of my open trades. These are all open. All right, let's go trades. Okay, obviously I have a pretty good P&L. This is the profit and loss statistic. All right, and you see this with all the traders up in Vilos. You can see who's making good calls and stuff like that. I have a 100% win rate. I have only closed W's. All right, I'm holding on to some bags, letting them cook for longer. But some of these trades right here, I did 2 DCAs into Fox. I think Fox, if you're a DGen, you're really gonna like this one, because Fox is such a small little market cap. It has not mooned yet, but you can see it's at the all-time highs. It's getting very, very close, and it's flying under the radar. Robinhood in these cartoon books, things like that, it was this character. It was this Fox character. Let me see if I can open their X page and show you what he looks like. I like the artwork. Looking really good. They get good engagement, 500 likes right there. You know, this was posted 3 hours ago. Like, they have good artwork. All right, Robinhood, he stole money from the rich and he gave it to the poor and stuff like that. And this Fox character, it shows me that this thing is going to go to like at least $30 million market cap. At least $30 million market cap. That's a 10x from this point. I'm not telling you put in 5 grand and, you know, get a huge bag like I have. All right, I have about 5K riding in Fox right now. It's not the biggest bag ever, but that's because you don't need to have a lot of money invested in this stuff to make a lot of money. When it's a $2 million market cap, you can play it a little bit more conservatively with this stuff, and you can take your initial investment out. If this goes to 6 million or $7 million of market cap, you can take out your initial investment. You have zero risk. You can play with like just pure profits. Probably something that I'm going to do, I'm going to take like a little bit of profits when that thing doubles up. All right, I already got a few Fox trades that are doubled up, but I'm holding right now. I'm holding. But look at this, okay? One of my pawns positions, I got $4,200 unrealized profit with this pawns position. Index over here, 336% up in profit. That's another $4,100. Cashcat, this is $4,000 up in profit. $4,500 right over here, another Cashcat trade. $6,100 on this one. $8,000 on this one. This is a knocker right here. This is 468% up. That's big time. You got $9,000 over here. We were accumulating Cashcat at the lows. We were getting it so cheap at like 4 cents, 5 cents. I was like telling all the members up in the community, guys, we gotta buy Cashcat. This thing is like so different from everything else. That's $9,800. And then I got this banger right here. This is 560% in profit. This is at $20,000. So about 100K or something like that in Cashcat right now. Looking good. And I got this one too, $1,400 open. And I got a few other little ones. I'm not going to show all of them. I showed most of them right there, but you can just check out all of my trades. If you go to my profile and you just wait, you're just patient, you follow my trades. All right. You just give them a couple weeks to cook. They are going to make profit. All right. Not financial advice, but we've been killing it. All right, look at this nice trade right here. Bona Beat opened a layer 0 long from 87 cents. It's now at $1.18. He's up 196% in profit. It's a 5x long. 5x long. That's really solid. 176 unrealized. Nice. That's a nice little trade right there. And then he's also longed Cashcat at 1150. This one's even up even more, 484% in profit. Another 5x long. Beautiful. Looking good. This guy's playing with leverage right now. You know, when you know what you're doing with leverage, you can make a lot of money in a quick period of time. But personally, I've only been buying on spot lately, have not been buying longs. I want to wait until Bitcoin breaks above the $84,000 mark before I start putting in longs, because there's also a chance that Bitcoin comes back down to 72, 71. This is a fresh move right here when it went to 62 to 80. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin retraced a little bit, had a nice little breather, came back to 74, 73. That's what I'm going to be deploying the rest of my dry powder into the markets. And Bitcoin, it's holding strong. We just flipped back above 80, guys. Looking good. So now that it's above 80, you're seeing Solana is going up. We're at 109. I did a big trade with Bitcoin. I sold an entire Bitcoin at $80,000. All right. If we go over here, and then I rotated it into Solana, and you can see already. So I took $22,000 in profit from Bitcoin because Solana is going to do more X's. But I wanted to wait until Bitcoin got up to 80, take out that 22K. I rotate it into Solana. You can already see this is up $1,900 in 2 days. So we're what? Making like an average of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day right now. That's pretty solid in the beginning stages of the pre-bull run. All right. Bitcoin's only moved from 63 to 80. Think about it, when Bitcoin moves from 80 to 200K, how much we're going to be printing. That's why it's so exciting right now. Smash a like, drop a chat. I'll check out some of the cryptocurrencies up in the live chat over here. Brian, LFG, good to see you. We got Benji up in the house. Akash, let's go. Let's go. See as well. Abdullah, GM. Is it GM for you? Good morning. It's good evening for me, GA. Akash, have you looked into net? I actually, I looked at it a little bit more. Let's check out the chart. Let's check out the chart in the DEX scan over here, because the DEX scan shows you every single token in the Robinhood ecosystem, everything like that. It's basically still at the same point that I checked it out last stream. It's at 939 bucks. Okay. Maybe last stream, all right, it was a little bit higher. It was a little bit higher, I think, last stream, or it was like right around the same price point. Still at that $4.9 million market cap. This thing pumped up all the way to $8.64 million. All right. I rather go market cap than price. Price is kind of irrelevant to me. It doesn't really matter what the price of something is. It's all about market cap. Let me see. So it's at $4.91 million of market cap, clearly in a bull trend right here. You're seeing it's having a nice little pullback. If we go and we do like a fib retracement here, let's see. Okay, it came back down towards the 618, didn't quite tap it yet. All right, now it's finding a little bit of support above the 0.5 level. All right, in the fib retracement, looking good. This has not broken this little slide that it's on right now. So I would not be surprised if this comes down a little bit lower. If I'm looking at this chart, I would probably expect this to grind a little bit lower right here, probably around $4 million of market cap. So you're losing about 1 million, something like that. And then eventually it'll continue rallying back up. It might even stay on this downtrend down here. It might be right there. That's where probably it's going to hit, right? This is probably where it's going to hit. You can maybe do a little snipe entry right there, put a limit order or something like that at like $3.9 million of market cap. That's where the chart is heading right now, okay? Because it's making lower highs and lower lows as we speak. All right. I'm seeing in this descending triangle right now, all right, and within this channel, within this like down range, all right, that it's in, it's kind of like in the mid range, a little bit higher than that. It could come back down a little bit lower, probably like $3.6 million. Maybe it has a little bit of a deeper retracement than the 618, and it actually goes down to the 786 again. But I don't really think that that's going to happen with this chart. There's a lot of good momentum on this. You can see buys, 1,200 buys, 845 sells. Volume, what's that at? 1.5 mil, that's solid. That's 2.2 times volume to liquidity ratio. And then liquidity to market cap is pretty solid as well, 3.7%. That is good stats. This is good stats right now. On the 1 hour candles, the reason why I think this is going to go lower is because there's leaning bearish momentum right here. So I think it's going to continue to go a little bit lower, but if you zoom out on a higher time frame, because this is the 15-minute chart, it's such a new cryptocurrency, you know, it hasn't really had that many red days yet, right? Most of these days have been green, okay? But I think it's probably going to go a little bit lower here. All right, let's see on the 4 hour chart what this looks like. Yeah, looks like this pattern holds up on every single time frame right here. So I think it's going to go a little bit lower and then it'll go back up. I don't have this one in the portfolio just yet though. I don't. So I'm still looking at it. I'm going to add to my watch list right now. It's very interesting, something that has such low scarcity, okay, or high scarcity, I should say, and low amount of tokens in circulation, because that only has 4,000 tokens in circulation. All right, so that's why it's expensive. That's why it seems expensive, but it's the market cap that you need to look at. Market cap is the most important thing. All right, but right now that's the chart. Macro wise, it looks bullish, but if you zoom in on lower time frames and stuff like that, it's probably going to head a little bit lower. All right, but if it bounces off of this green level, that's also possible. Maybe it's done consolidating and then it goes back up like that, breaks the downtrend that it's in, a little bit of a mini downtrend. It's a 1 day downtrend, that's it. All right, and then it goes up again. That's possible. So if you've done your research on this and you think it's really bullish, you know, you're probably already positioned in it. I wouldn't be worried if it just comes down a little bit lower. I would just probably hold, right? And then add some more at that level. I think that's what's going to play out with it. That's what that looks like. But it could also go all the way back to the top of this blue downward sloping trend line and then get rejected right here, and then get rejected, then come back down, and then make its final little consolidation pattern and then go back up. But it's looking good right there. I want to cover some Cashcat right now. Cover some Cashcat. Looking really solid on Cashcat. I'm up 67 grand in profit. Nice. That's really good. Got about 500,000 Cashcat in the port. We just hit new all-time highs. All right. The last few days, it's been making new all-time highs. It's in price discovery mode. All right. I've said it so many times. I cannot, you know, make a horse drink. I can lead it to water, but I can't make it drink. Cashcat is going to over $1 billion in market cap. I was in Pepe at 100 million. It went up to 11 billion. All right. And Pepe went from 100 mil to 1 billion with that Binance listing within 1 month. Within 1 month, it did that whole run. So Cashcat right here, its momentum is telling me that it's probably going to get up to at least $379 million of market cap. That's right up here, the 1618 region. All right, 1618 region. You might see a little bit of chop and consolidation. All right, it's not going to be like a straight shot up there. That's a lot of money that has to go into it to get it up to that point. But that's where it is heading. It is in a huge uptrend right now. Looking really, really good. And if we were to measure this move, all right, this first one from the bottom at 36 million all the way here, okay, and then we were to put that move right here, it's a little bit overextended right now. I would DCA into this if it came back down below $200 million. You can see it did that, all right, today, but it didn't go back down below 200 mil. It went down to 216, then it went back up. All right, and 216 is 21.6 cents. It's holding really nicely. The floor is getting higher and higher every single day that goes by. So either you sit on the sidelines and you miss probably the best runner this cycle, which is Cashcat, or you get into it if you're not in this yet. I would say this is a good time to DCA into it. It's a red day. All right, yesterday was the all-time high. Today, it actually wicked up a little bit higher. It wicked up a little bit higher. If we go on a lower time frame right here, let's see what time that was. It was at 25.4 cents, right around 11:45 a.m. on the East Coast right here. That was about 7 hours ago. It hit an all-time high. Now you're having a little bit of a retracement here. All right, a little bit of a cool off, but looking really solid. Looking really, really, really solid here with Cashcat. Hope that you guys have some in the portfolio. I would probably expect if it doesn't break this range, if it doesn't go lower, it'll probably bounce right around that $221 million market cap level. So that's 21 cents. Maybe it comes back down 21 cents, then it goes back up. But there's not really a reason for this to dump because Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is at 80,300. So I think Cashcat's going to hold nicely above $220 million market cap. It's going to do that. And then you also got Ansem token as well. Look at this. Ansem on the 1 month up 94.5%. Fantastic. One of the ones that we have some in the portfolio. All right, Ansem coin looking really solid right now. I'm up a little bit on my Ansem trades. I don't have a large bag of this. I have a huge bag of Cashcat, a huge bag of Troll. Those are my two that I'm most bullish on. It's Troll and Cashcat. Troll, it's because it's consolidated so much, and I think it's just going to go absolutely ballistic. It's going to melt faces once this thing starts pumping up. You know, it's been on the floor for a long time, long time. And even before that, I mean, the bear market for Troll really started probably in October. This was the end of the bull run. Obviously, its peak was 28 cents on August 22nd. But when Bitcoin made its decision that it was in the bear market, then Troll really went into the bear market and went all the way down to 20 million, $15 million in market cap. All right, held a bit of a rally over February and March. Then had a huge dump right here. All right, it went from 90 million all the way down in one day to 10 million. That was when Bitcoin crashed from 80 to something. Like that was a pretty big crash. And then it had a big pump back up all the way to 130. And now it's consolidated, and this is the time to buy some Troll. If you don't get some Troll right now, you're gonna miss the move. This is just what it is. All right, this is the best time to buy some. All right, so the Black Bull looking strong as well. Let me go check out my watch list real quick. Let's see my main watch list. Biggest movers on the day. What are the biggest bubbles? Okay, you have this tiny one on SWI, low fee. It's doing decent. All right, Cashcat. What's Cashcat? Oh, it's back at $7.6 million in market cap. Yeah. Cashcat, this is going to be like something where it's going to take a lot of people by surprise. It's going to probably pump up to 40 to $100 million in market cap this cycle, and it's just sitting at 7 million on the floor. You could just throw in like $1,000 into Cashcat right now, and if it just goes up to this peak over here, right there, that's not even the all-time high. I'm like playing it really conservative over here. If it just goes up to like 54 million, I mean, you're making like a 5x on your money. So you can't do this stuff in the stock market. This stuff is just in cryptocurrency, but looking really solid on the watch list. Let's see. Index and Pawns. Both of these bags are starting to get pretty big. Our Pawns trade is looking fantastic. Pawns, the #1 launchpad on the Robinhood chain right now. Look at this chart. Wow. Just absolutely pumping. All of a sudden, whales started piling into this when it was at like 30, 40 million. After they saw that it held the floor, it went up to 50 million, then it held the floor really nicely. People were like, okay, I guess this is the time to buy it. So then they pumped this thing up 5x overnight from 3 cents all the way to 13 cents. Like really good, like 4.5x. Now it's at 12 cents 65. I think this thing has a chance to get to $1 billion market cap. That's another 10x from this point. Now it's a little bit bigger. So if you don't want to get Pawns, which is $89 million, all right, $89 million in market cap, you could go with Index, and Index is only at $24 million in market cap. I just bought some more Index yesterday. I really think this thing is going to double very soon. It's probably going to be trading at $50 million in market cap. It's trending upwards. That's where it is going right now. So Index is something that I think is going to do really good. Solana, really strong right now. 109. All right. Solana is absolutely pumping up above the 200-day moving average. This thing is looking even stronger than Bitcoin right now. Big resistances that were taken out over here. Let me see. Let's go get this rectangle. Let's do this right there. These 2 points were big resistances for Solana. All right, this one and this one. You can see why. It's because this is like a double top area. All right, that was like a double top, and then finally consolidated, made its bear market bottom over here. The bear market bottom was $60, and now Sol is broken above this, so it's definitely in a huge uptrend. Maybe it comes back down, tests that level of 97 again, but it just did that. So I'm expecting Solana to get up to 120. 120 on this move here, and it could pump up all the way back to 127 to 148 without running into that much resistance. So that's why I made that big trade in Solana. This level right up there, I think, is the next level where Solana is going to maybe chop around at just a little bit. All right, I think Solana has a lot of breathing room in front of it at 109. It's currently, if it closes today's daily candle close at 109, I think tomorrow is going to be another green day, and the next day it's going to be really nice. And then altcoins on Solana are going to absolutely pump as well, like the meme coins on there. Probably Pudgy Penguins is going to do really good. What's Pudgy at? Let's go check out Pudgy over here. Pudgy's looking strong, 35% up on the week. Wow. Looking really, really strong. You can see went up to a penny, then came back down to 0.0089 on August 26th, and now it's August 27th, so now it pumped back up. This is on a big uptrend. Pudgy's going to do really good. All right, you got Solana that's going to do really good, and then you got Hyperliquid right now. It's at all-time highs. Just hit an all-time high today at 86.55. This is the biggest bag in my portfolio right now. Hyperliquid, 100%, 100%. Let's see. Hey, David, can you check out Good? Yeah, we can go check that out. Sydney, let's go check it out. It's probably on Robinhood. Good in the hood, it's at $11.4 million in market cap, 9.69 right here. Okay, so $9.69 million in market cap. Let me go on the daily chart. This thing has been out since August 6th. Okay, so it's been out for 21 days. Big green candle out of absolute nowhere. This is probably when Cashcat started pumping up to new all-time highs. Yeah, it just made a huge green candle. It went from 3.3 million all the way to $11 million. Wow, it's leaning bullish right now. Let's go to the website real quick. It's a bulldog. All right. Kind of a mediocre website. They could do a little bit better there for sure. But let me see over here. 1,800 followers. 1,800 followers. That's decent. I would say their artwork definitely needs to improve for sure. For sure. I don't see this running up to $100 million in market cap though. With this kind of artwork and stuff like that, I don't see that running up to 100 million. Not right now. It needs to improve. It needs to get better. But I would definitely take some profits though. If you are not in profits right now, if you're not in this, then I would definitely wait. Do not buy this. This is overheated for sure. All right, if you go with the relative strength index over here, it's way overheated. It's out of its range. So you want to see this maybe consolidate and come back down a little bit. But you want to also check out the bubble maps on this thing. Bubble maps, make sure that that looks good. You know, that there's not too many clusters and people that like the top 10 and top 50 holders hold too much. I can see they already have a pretty good decent amount of holders though. 3,380 holders. That is pretty good. Pretty good for good. But this thing, the logo is, it's not something that gives me like 100 mil market cap vibes. But you could maybe make some money with this and it goes up to like 40, $50 million in market cap. But I don't see this getting that much higher than that right now. It needs to get some exchange listings for sure. Let me see. Over here. if it has any exchanges yet. No exchanges yet. So they need to start getting some, like it could be some tier 3 exchanges, things like that. But right now, chart's looking good, but it's definitely overheated. This is a good time to take some profits for sure. It's going to have some type of retracement. It always happens. So either you hold your bag, all right, you hold your bag. You can already see there is some distribution going on right now. Some people are taking profits, and that's why you're seeing this big red candle. It dropped about $3 million of market cap, $2 to $3 million of market cap on this red candle here. It could definitely retrace a little bit more. Let me see from this right here. It could come back down to $6.7 million of market cap, and then you could do another DCA into this if you believe in this. But these candles over here, I would say something happened, like some type of influencer called it, some type of group, they all went in at the same time. Something like that happened. I can tell. So I would take some profits before they take profits, and then, dump it down to these levels again, because that's what happens, right? It consolidates, and it usually retests the previous base right here. So this one could definitely come back down, not all the way to 3.7 million. I could see it coming back down to 6.7 million. If Cashcat holds above $220 million and Bitcoin holds above 80, maybe the retracement on this is not as deep. It's a shallow retracement, but I would take a little bit of profits right now. On a score of 10, this meme coin probably, from my book, gets a 5 right now. Chart is looking healthy. It's looking strong. Holders are looking good. I would say their artwork needs to be improved though, for sure, if they want to get to the big leagues. Rachel, good to see you. We got Bucket is a beta play to Index. We can go check out that right now. Let's see. Bucket on Robinhood. $1.5 million of market cap. Looks like they changed their logo. All right. They changed their website as well. They got a little update. I'm pretty thirsty today. I don't know why. Bucket Shop. The last time that we checked their website, it did not look very good. But now that they have this new theme going on, it could definitely pump for sure, because crypto, a lot of this stuff is just like, do you look good, right? It's just marketing and aesthetics and stuff like that. That's what this stuff is really, because most of this stuff, it shouldn't really have a token whatsoever. Like there's no real world utility with it. But this thing right here, stocks, crypto, or both, you recall, free class toggle, no mint required, blah, blah, blah. Hold bucket, earn real stocks. A lot of Robinhood projects are doing this now. Like you hold their token and then you earn yield, right? And I like that a lot. It gives you some type of utility with it. 66K has been paid out to holders. All right. Yeah, it's looking like their balance, right, being paid to holders is trending upwards every single day. That means that there's more people using the website. That's solid. That is good. Let me check out their X page real quick. Bucket Shop. Decent website. Their X page needs a little bit more work for sure, but they are starting with their screenshots of their website, their new UI, UX. UI stands for user interface and UX is user experience. So they have made an upgrade. The developers of this project made an upgrade to that. That is bullish. Chart. Let's check out the chart. 1.65 thousand holders. Okay. And by the way, Akash is the one that brought Index to my attention. All right. So he knows what he's talking about. Now he's bringing Bucket to my attention. So Bucket over here, let's see. It just had an impulsive break. All right. It just had a move. And this is a few streams ago, right, that I drew this symmetrical triangle right here. And it was getting to that point where it was going to break out of it. And it did break out. It broke out, needed like about 2 more days of trading right here. And now it finally made its big move. It's big leg higher. All right, we need to actually go in on a lower time frame here, the 1 hour chart. You're seeing a little bit of consolidationing happening right now. All right. Okay, it needs to stay above that. You're seeing this. It looks like Bucket wants to go up. It wants to go up right now. We'll see if this actually continues. But if you measure this move to the next one, all right, you're looking at $3 million of market cap. The next move that it goes up to. That could be a quick double up on your money right there. I'm seeing that. That's what this is showing me. I think it's got a good chart going for it right now. It's got a good chart going. Let me see. All right, if it breaks below this blue line, and if it doesn't want to go up, then you could just look at where it could come back down to, retrace. It could maybe come back down to 1.06 million. So yeah, this is just showing me that it's going to keep going up, in my opinion. That's what this is showing me. They have tech, and they're not just like a meme coin. This could probably go up to $5 to $10 million pretty easily, guys. This Bucket one. All right. RSI is kind of having a little bit of a cool off right there. All right, that's good. That's healthy. This is on the 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, 15-minute. They're all basically telling me the same thing. The chart's all telling me the same thing. It looks like it wants to go higher, especially because this right here, it's kind of making higher lows right here. So it's looking really good. Yeah, I think it's probably going to break pretty soon here and get up to like $3 million of market cap. That would be the next move. Probably not all in one shot. Maybe it takes like 2 days or 3 days for that to happen. Because how many days was this move here? We are on its, okay, this is only today that it really broke up right now. So maybe it takes like a week for something like this to happen, where it just completely doubles up, triples up in market cap. But it looks bullish right now, though. It does look bullish. Blue chip to 10 million. Did that happen? The blue chip on base over here. It's at $11.8 million of market cap. So this thing is pumping up, pumping up, pumping up, pumping up. All right, let me see real quick. Let's go on the 15-minute. All right. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. I said that was going to happen. So basically, a couple streams ago, we were analyzing blue chip, and I said it's probably going to break right around this area and go up. And that's exactly what happened. It broke, went up all the way, and now it's at $11.8 million of market cap. Looking good. Looking good on this chart. Personally, I'm not going to buy this. I don't see like a meme coin called blue chip being like a huge meme coin. And it's already made its big move here to like $11 million. So for it to double up, it has to go to 20 million, but it looks like it's going to continue upwards. I wouldn't be surprised if you had another green day after this, or 2 more green days, then you had like a red candle. That brings it back down to probably like $8 million. Like it could definitely keep pumping right here and get up to like 20 million and then consolidate back down to like 8 million. I think that's probably what's going to play out. Something like that. Looking decent though. And I think they have a nice website. Yeah, they have a cool website. Nicely done. Looking good on that. Looking good. Let me see over here. 13 trillion. Charles Schwab adds Solana, Avalanche, and Chainlink trading to its crypto accounts. That's good. Yeah, Nvidia added over $400 billion to its market cap today. That's a big move. Let me see Nvidia real quick. What's going on in the stock world? All right, stocks, most of the sectors are having a green day. Nvidia is at $227. It's up 8.7% on the day, looking really solid. So AI stocks Bull run still going on in the stock market. Crypto starting to look pretty solid, pretty good. Bitcoin's probably gonna make a big move, guys. If it doesn't go back to 74, it'll shoot up right to the next psychological level. That would be that $84 million mark, 84,000, I should say, not million, 84,000. And then it'll move up to $90,000. So if it holds, if it can close this Sunday above 80K, then the next week is going to be very green. Very green. Thoughts on Aura? Doing very well. Please check. Yeah, we can go check it out. Which blockchain is it on? Let me see. Let's see. Aura token. I think you're talking about this one right here. It's at $32 million. This one was out last cycle. Wow, big move going on with this. Having a nice recovery. All right, off of the floor. Looking good. Let me just see what exchanges they have real quick. They only have MEXC. Not a big fan of that. They only have MEXC, but what was their all-time high in market cap? Let me see this weekly chart. It went up to $240 million with tier 3 exchanges. So yeah, I mean, it's currently pumping above this random pump that it had in the springtime. All right, it went from 9 million all the way up. Let me see, all the way up to $62 million, retraced, came back down, closed at 30, came right back down to 7. And it's currently right around this area, this same area. So we'll see if it closes above that. This area is like the next area that can be at 32 million. And then honestly, it could start bull trending and then going back up. It could. Has good volume. Let's see. $2.38 million of volume. That's good. More buys. 37,000 holders. What about momentum read is bullish. Over here. Yeah. Let me see their website. Decent looking website. Personally, I'm not going to buy this though, because it's already up 174%. And I wouldn't have bought this one just because it doesn't really fit my criteria of cycle 1 meme coins. Like, I like fresh meme coins, but the potential is there. You can see how low it is compared to where it was. You could definitely make a few X's with this, but it's already $32 million of market cap. It's already $32 million. It's kind of big. I would take profits right now if I were you with that one, especially after a huge move like that. Usually they don't go right up to 100 million. Like, there's going to be some consolidation and stuff. Personally, I'm sticking to the Robinhood ecosystem. I think Robinhood, there's so many money makers going on right now. I mean, look at Index for us. Over the past, like, we are up a lot on our money with Index, Pawns. You got Cashcat. And this one right here, I mean, it is at all-time highs, but it's so small in market cap right now. It's at $2.7 million of market cap. This one right here, it's so small. Like, this can easily 5x, like triple your money so quickly. This Robinhood one, look at this chart. It's looking really bullish, really bullish. I would say add a little bit of this because it gives me vibes that it could definitely go up to like $30 million. Like the FOMO, once the FOMO train starts, this stuff takes a little bit to cool off. So this thing is starting right now. All right, it consolidated a long time for about a month at the bottom here, and now it's starting, and it's only at 2.7 million. So add a little bit of that. What about Thinking Cat over here? What's Thinking Cat at? It's having a little bit of a red day. Let me see. Over here. Yeah, having a little bit of a retracement here. It went up to 22 million, came back down to 16 million, but it's trending upwards. I think this one has more potential for sure than that, than those other ones. And it has exchanges. I might have to add a bag of this because it has exchanges. Their team is proactive. It's looking solid right now. Good solid website. And it's a memeable meme, right? You can just put this little cat that's thinking and it's a beta play to Cashcat. So this thing could definitely, like, look at this name, Thinking Cat. I could see this, it's at 0.016. I could see this at like 40 cents. All right. I could see this at like $400 million in market cap eventually because they're getting exchanges. So that one looks good. Stockbroker, this one right over here, let me see. It's having a nice dip right here. Stockbroker. It's at 17 million or $26 million in market cap. All right. Obviously, it had its huge run and I did not buy it up here. All right. I started buying it when it started consolidating down here. And I think this one is lining up as well to make another big leg up higher. I think it's gearing up to make another leg. So that one, keep on your radar. This one over here, it's called Up. Let me see real quick. Up. This one came out of absolute nowhere. And it just pumped up to $106 million in market cap. So I would not buy that one. It's too expensive. Would stay away from that. It could definitely pump up to $1 billion, but I have Cashcat for that, you know. That's the big market cap that I have on Robinhood chain. The other ones, I'm looking for little ones. Like, you know, obviously you brought this one to my attention, this Net. It's at 5.11 million. And there's a few others that are not that great, to be honest. There's a lot of ones that out there that are not that good. Like, I've seen a few on X and a few other ones that have been brought up to my stream, and it's like the same developer keeps launching the same scams over and over on Robinhood, and they keep rugging it at like $1 million, $2 million market cap, and then they keep, you know, they then stop talking about it, and then they start talking about a new one, right? I would stay away from all those plays. I would stay away from all those ones. Hype and Solana price targets. Hyperliquid, I could see $300. Solana, I could see 500. Can we see my holdings in the app? You can follow all of my trades. You can see exactly how much profit I'm up, everything like that. If you go over here to the community, you can see everyone's profits that when they post it publicly, right? When they post it publicly, you can see their unrealized profits, everything like that. And I just share occasionally like these trading cards right here. They're called the Vilos Flex cards. So when you go into the trades over here, you can go click on any of these trades down here. Click on the Flex, all right? The Flex button, and then it'll generate you your card. You can just save this image, or you could just post it directly to the feed. If you click post to the feed, it'll do exactly what I did right here, right? So it just shows everybody. But if you want to go check out all of my trades, just go on my name right here, click on my profile, go to down here, trades, and then you can click on all of my open trades. Close trades, open trades, then you click on it, right? You click on it, and then it brings you to those trades, right? So really, really, really easy to do that. And I'll actually add a way. I'll do this after the stream is over. I'll add a way where you can see like the open P&L next to all of these right here, so you don't have to necessarily go click on it to go see it. But yeah. Actually, Robinhood's X account did an indirect post about Good, and the team also confirmed that it was for them. Can you drop that up in the Vilos community right now? Go in community tab, go on newest, and then drop that link right there, and I can show it on the stream. I'm still holding Ansem. I do have the Black Bull for sure. I think I got like 9,000 bucks in it right now.
We are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome.
Hold on a second. My stream's playing in the background. Let me go over here real quick. Already receiving stocks and Cashcat on RH Wallet by holding Bucket. Thinking about connecting it to a website and customize which stocks or crypto to receive. It can create a passive income stream. Yeah, that is really dope. That I've also been getting airdrops from just by holding some of these Robinhood things like index and all this other stuff. I've been getting airdrops from these stocks. It's really, really cool. Looking for the market to cool off unless they want the bull run in full ape. Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin, I would say this, right? Just take your shot if Bitcoin doesn't go back down below 79. If it doesn't go back down below 79, the next move could be 84, and then it could be 90,000. So what price targets do you see Tau going to this bull run? Speaking of Tau, this one trade is up $940 right here. It's looking good. Tau is moving. It's at $253. Look at the 1 month chart. All right, we did some DCAs around this area at the lows. Tau, it's at $253. Looking solid. Looking very strong right now. I think Tau could go up to $1,500 to $2,000 this cycle. That's what I see it. Dog on Bitcoin had a good run. Let me see real quick. This one is up 118% on the month. You're right. Yeah, it has had a good run. We covered this last stream and it looks like it's still continuing. Let me see the exchanges real quick on this. Kraken and some tier 2 exchanges. That's decent. Let me see volume. Is volume going up a little bit? Volume is still very low though. So it's probably very low liquidity. That's what it is. That's why it's moving up so quickly. Personally, I'm not going to add this one. I'm not going to add this one to the portfolio. I don't think that this one being on the Bitcoin blockchain is going to really get a lot of people to go buy it. And it doesn't have many big exchanges and it's been out. So it's not like brand new, right? It's been out for a long time. So I'm going to be sticking to the newer ones. But for sure, really nice pump going on with it. You can see it went from 62 mil market cap and then doubled. It went up to 132 million. It over doubled that, 118% in 1 month. That is very solid. You know, it could pull something like a Pepe. It could go up to like $10 billion, but I don't really see that happening though. So I'm going to stay out of that one. B Stonk. Let's go check it out. That's on base for sure because it starts with a B. $1.38 million market cap. 1 day chart. Brand new. It's very, very new. Came out 10 days ago. Had a nice run to $2.84 million and then boom, crashed all the way down to 500K. This one, it's really, really hard to chart this thing because it's so volatile. But it did come back to a really nice area of support at the 500K range over here, came down to that, tapped it at 626K, pumped back up, did like a 3X. Now it's retracing a little bit more. Let me see real quick. Let's do this. Came back down past the 786. Yeah, bounced off of this range down here and then came back up. So it made a lower high. But this could be a continuation pattern though. It could actually do this and then do that and then go to all-time highs, like challenge this all-time high right here. It'll run into some resistance, right? Because as soon as it got up there with these wicks, that was at the all-time high right there, it came right back down. So what is this website? Let me check it out. Let's see. I can't click on the website. It's just my computer. It doesn't let me go on certain websites just because I have wallets and stuff like that and I don't want to click on a malicious link. So I'd have to check it out on my other computer. But Base Stonk, 1,500 followers. Yeah, not not really a fan of this one, to be honest. I think it's pretty lackadaisical. I'm not really a big fan of their artwork. It's kind of like it's really mid, like super easy to make on like Gemini. I've posted on X about good in the community, and also it got nearly 1 million views. Wow, that's really solid. Got some Cashcat coins. Sean, good to see you, man. That's good stuff. Cashcat's gonna make you a lot of money. It is proven itself. It's on Robinhood. Hit an all-time high at 11 a.m. this morning. All right, went up to 25 cents. Now it's having a little bit of a cool off. All right, it's at 22 cents 86. All right, just hit an all-time high today, 25 cents. And it's trading in this range now. So 7-day range, you can see it's looking good. I would say the new range is between, I would say 18 cents all the way up to 25 cents, where before it was 80 cents. It was $80 million market cap, all the way up to $160 million market cap. That was the range before. Now it's graduated. It's in the next level. Now it is between $180 million and $250 million market cap. So it's a stair step. It's going to continue to go up over time until it hits billions of dollars. Billions will roll in if the close is above the 50-day on the close on Sunday. Alts will soar. Absolutely. You're talking about Bitcoin. Let me go check it out right over here real quick. Let's go get our indicator. Let's do this. Right here. 50-week moving average, blue line. All right. Getting very, very, very close. If Bitcoin can just, let's go on the week right here. We need to go on the week because it's a weekly moving average, right? So it tapped it. You can see Bitcoin did tap it right here. And now it's coming back down a little bit. But it just needs to close above it. If it closes above this, Cashcat is going to go probably to $400 million market cap. Everything else is going to absolutely pump. It's like that close. It's that close to like unleashing the floodgates for sure. You're totally right. Let's go check out something else over here. Let's go to ETH real quick. ETH also very, very close to its 50-week moving average. Same exact thing. What about Solana? Solana has a little bit more to go. Solana, it's at like that $112. It needs to close above that. Ethereum, 2583. So maybe it doesn't close above it this week. Maybe it takes one more week to do it. Nice. Sean got into Cashcat at 10 cents. So you're up a solid 2.2x on it. That's solid. I have posted in the Vilos community. You can show it in the stream. All right. Okay. Robinhood posted this. Today's for the dogs. Show us the goodest one you know, and you might get some swag. I think this one doesn't necessarily have to do like with this one right here, but because the name is good, that's why it pumped, right? They use that specific word, goodest. Let me see over here. Yeah, they capitalized on that post, and their name just it rung a bell with what they said. So yeah, had a nice little pump right there for sure. But I have to admit though, like they need to get a little bit better with their posting, their artwork and stuff like that for me to want to be in that one. I don't really see it. I think Thinking Cat's a lot better than that one. And I think, well, obviously Cashcat's the number one, it's the GOAT, but yeah, I'm not going to personally add that, especially after it has pumped up a lot. It's just it's a little bit too overheated, right? It's a little bit too overheated. If it forms a nice base, all right, it's at $9.34 million in market cap. It's looking good on the 15-minute chart, looking healthy. All right, looking pretty good. Held above that. Had some volume going on over there, came back down, retested it, and now it came back a little bit higher and then bounced. So it's possible. It's possible this thing goes up and continues up, goes to 14 million, right? Let me see. Let's say if it did, where would it go? Let's go use our crystal ball. Yeah. Basically right where I drew it. It's at like $13.88 million market cap. That would be like the next level. If it breaks this all-time high here at 12 million, it'll go up to $13.8 million. And if it breaks that, it's going straight to 20 million. So it's got a good chance right now. It's holding well. I will say it is holding well, but personally, I can't really get around buying something like for what it is right now. It did this in a day. It did like 250% in a day. You know, let's see right here. Let's go on the 4-hour chart. Let's go with this. Yeah, just had like a crazy pump in a day. I think they're overdue for a correction. Probably back down to 6 or 7 million. It's probably what I think. Thanks for the shot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you check out phone? I bought at 1 million. 1 million market cap. Let's see. It's at $23 million in market cap. Ooh, wow. Good trade. First day trading. If you bought at $1 million in market cap, I would absolutely take profits right now. You're up 21x on your money. 21x on this monkey. Let's see. Last cycle started with something stupidly simple. Dog with hat, a dog with a hat, blah, blah, blah. Trading is becoming social. The phone. You see something, you like it, you ape. Ape on phone. Okay. I understand it. So this one pumped up because of the app FOMO out there. There was probably some influencers that bought into this. And I would definitely take some profit because that's a copy trading app. All right. It's a copy trading app. It's a social trading app, essentially, where influencers on X and whatever like that, they basically connect their wallets and you can see all of their different trades, what's going on. But what you see oftentimes is people ape into projects after they see their favorite influencer buy something, and then they could dump on you. They could dump on you like super quick because they know that there's going to be like hundreds of people rushing in after them, pumping the price up. This one is it's a very, very, very artificial pump right now. You can just tell this because it's the first day trading and there's already 23,000 holders of it. So is this the next dog with hat where it goes up to $4 billion of market cap? It's possible. It is possible. But if you're up money like that, 21x, I would definitely take some profit if you have not already. You could keep a bag if you want. You could leave some in. That's what I would do. You don't have to follow what I would do, but if I was up 21x in one single day, I would take some profit. WTF cover turbo. Turbo will melt faces. WTF cover it. Well, not because like how you're talking like that. Definitely not. One free Cashcat from Bucket will be $1 in the bull run. That is That would be dope. That's actually dope. If Bucket airdrops you Cashcat and it becomes like $1, that is actually crazy. They're giving you $1 every single time. Yeah, but sounds good, guys. I'm actually gonna work on the website a little bit more tonight. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Hope that everybody smash the like on the stream. I will see you guys soon. Guys, concentrate on the Robinhood ecosystem. This is where the money is at. All right, it's where the money's at. It's a really good opportunity right now. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys up in the community. It's absolutely free to join. We just hit 670 members. So we're growing really fast every single day. So follow my trades. I just bought Index, the Robinhood Fox one, and I bought Pawns, Cashcat, stuff like that. Those are my favorite ones right now. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.